What's going on, everyone? King Majin here, bringing you another video for Ultra Rumble. And today's video, I'm going to be showing you a couple of tips on how to use Ochaco better. I know there's a lot of people who have tried using her in rank before and end up dead. So first things first, we'll start with the level ups. Very first thing you always want to do is level up your beta to 7. You can see right here under the description, increase the size up. That's an indication of her car. She gets that right at level 7. So the second thing I always upgrade is her alpha, primarily because it just takes so long to reload once you use up 3 alphas. It's good to have fast reload. The level 4 reload makes a huge difference. And obviously, the third thing I'm going to upgrade is her gamma. I know a lot of people want to upgrade that gamma first, but trust me, leveling up alpha first is smarter because it recharges faster. Once you have your 474 set up, you can go ahead and max out your beta, since that's what's going to do the most amount of damage. And after I get the 494 set up, it doesn't really matter what you level up last, level up next, I should say. Just whatever cards you picked up more. If you picked up more Ys, max out your Y. If you picked up more Alphas, max out your Alphas. But if you have to choose one, I would say maxing out your Alphas is probably smarter, because that reload speed is what's going to save you in the end. Ochaco is a character that can get one-shotted very easily by, twices, so don't be that person. So the second thing I see a lot of people mess up with is they hold the beta down just like this. Everybody does this. That is wrong, because you only do 45 damage. You should be doing these, I call these like spin throws. So you hit them one time and then you throw it. So if you do this, you can stun lock them until their guard breaks. See here, I can literally just keep that combo up forever, especially when you're in an online server fighting against other players. You can pretty much keep that combo up forever. And I don't know why she got knocked out of it. This doesn't happen in online matches, but when you are playing online matches, you will have them stun locked until their shield breaks. So it's basically a free shield break by just doing one hit into a throw, one hit into a throw. Keep in mind, every spin hit you do only does 45 damage, but every throw does over 80 damage. So that's just something to keep in mind. So if your opponent is standing right in front of you, I like to do this combo. You just gamma into triple alpha into gamma drop. This is the heaviest damage combo that Ochaco can really do. It's pretty much a guaranteed kill for most people, or at least they'll be at like 1 tap. Sometimes you can get 1 extra throw as the gamma is dropping, but it's very difficult to do, and it only works if they're falling off like a building or something. So keep that in mind if your opponent's in front of you. Gamma, triple alpha into drop. Now you'll see the bot is falling out of it. This is another like offline issue I've had in this game, but against other players, I've never had someone like just drop right out, unless it's like a red Dobby or someone with like a speed boost, Ida or a red Dobby. Those are the only characters I think that ever fall out of that, but most of the time the gamma drop will pretty much clinch the kill. Let's go ahead and flip her up all the way. So those, yeah, if you just use those 2 combos, you can also use it from up above. I like to hold gamma until I know it's going to hit the opponent, because you only get 1 of those gammas, and you can just go into whatever combo you want. Typically, it's better to use your betas, I find, because this kind of stuns them. You see how she's kind of stun locked here, and I can keep throwing these things for pretty much forever without her dropping. Pretty much until your meter runs out. So keep in mind, car throws can also stun opponents. Let's try it against Deku here. You see stun, 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 into a gamma, and then into another combo. Like, you can pretty much make your own guaranteed combos. That's why, like, even though her gamma is kind of slow, you want to start off with throwing a beta first and then go into your gamma. A lot of people make this mistake. They don't realize how helpful her beta throws are. As long as you learn the accuracy with that, you can pretty much get a guaranteed gamma combo every single time. The opponents will not be able to roll out of it. You just got to make sure you can aim with your beta throws. Mastering beta throws is the hardest part with Ochaco. Once you learn that, you can set up any type of combo you can think of. So I only need one card here. Typically, though, you want to keep throwing betas until you think their shield is about to break. Now, usually I find it's around 3 cars. Usually after about 3 cars at the most, I will go into the Gamma combo. Sometimes with characters with like really low shield, like Hawks, for instance, I might only throw 2 cars. It really just depends on your opponent. You see there, I could throw 3 cars. That pretty much lowered his defense to almost nothing, and then boom. I can throw another car as he's falling backward. So even after you do the Gamma drop, you can throw 1 extra car, like as they're dropping. And sometimes your combos will mess up. You're not going to get a perfect combo every time, but that's why you got to adapt to the situation quickly and get ready to throw another car. I tried to, yeah, she died too early. It works a lot better when you're at high places, because as they're falling off of a building, you can literally keep throwing car as they're falling down, unless they do an air recovery. Really, when you're fighting Ochaco, you kind of want to do an air recovery if you're fighting against somebody who knows what they're doing. So those are the main things for combat. If you're going around the map, like now you see me doing melee attacks here, you see that kind of gives you a bit of a speed boost. So that's another thing I recommend doing. I only use the melee attack if either there's an opponent in front of you or if you're going upward. I would say right when you level out, maybe you can do 1 more melee attack, but do not stop using your melee attacks when you're moving downward, because you're just going to fall that much faster. I would say as you're going up, do a melee attack and you can kind of speed boost yourself a little bit. So you see here, we'll grab onto the building, kick off, and you see we're sent upward. But if we try kicking whenever we're going downward, we drop like a rock, just like that. All right, next trick I want to show you, if you activate special action just as you fall off a building, it will activate your special action without you having to put your hands together and be a sitting duck for 3 seconds. See right here, we still got float activated. We were able to activate it just as we walked off the edge. So just as you're walking off an edge, if you press triangle, use your special action, whatever it might be on your system, you can instantly activate float and continue moving forward without any hesitation. So that's another thing I like to do. Sometimes I get the timing off because I didn't start really using that until recently. But if you need to get to your team quickly or you need to get away quickly, it would be worth trying to get a little bit of practice with that until you get the timing down and it becomes second nature. So last part I want to show you guys is what you want to do to make a good build for Ochaco. You see here, I got a bunch of different builds with all that are already maxed out. This is my favorite build right here. It's got high speed replenishment, one of the best skills in the game. I would say it's the best purple skill in the game compared to like all of these other ones. High speed replenishment is definitely the best one because you can use it for the entire game, consistently keep getting your armor back quickly within seconds. And if you want to get your team's armor back, save a couple civilians, the blue shirt civilians, and get those shield alls, and you can help your team out as well. A lot of these other skills here, HP Sucker is okay, but I mean, Ochaco gets one shot at it anyway, so. Revenge Technical can be good if you're trying to like get away. None of these are even close to being as good as High Speed Replenish. HP Sucker is probably the next best skill here, but a lot of these other ones are lacking. Spiraling Leap is good if you don't have any of these other skills and you're not quick at aiming alpha. And you're not using, I mean, she already has her special action to get bigger jumps anyway, so she doesn't really need it. As far as red skills go, I have used Coda Finder for a very long time. Those level ups are actually not worth a special tuning slot, in my opinion, not for a blue character who can get one-shotted with ease. Willpower is undoubtedly the best skill for rapid characters because a lot of the rapid characters have fast getaway abilities, including Ochaco. So instead of just getting one-shotted all the time, you can get willpower to save you. Make sure you have willpower leveled up, otherwise it's useless. But you have willpower save you, and then you can get away. So both high speed replenish and willpower are skills that you will constantly be using throughout the entire match. They are life-saving skills. As far as blue skills go, the only one that I would probably use is either, I would say probably either Twice's or Toga's skills. Just like if you're trying to get extra level ups, bring card duplication. Like if you're good at getting kills with Ochaco, then you can definitely go for card duplication if all you care about is leveling up. I would say GP Sucker is slightly better because you keep getting your armor back. Ochaco's going to take damage in combat, so you want to keep getting your armor back. But again, if you're fighting like a present might, then you're just going to get one-shotted anyway, and that's why skills like willpower is a little bit better. When you're building out blue characters, you really want to consider your defense. The only yellow skill that I think is of any relevance here are Symbol of Peace and Revenge Assault. Revenge Assault is good because every time your armor breaks, you get that defense buff. It can save you from getting like one comboed by wombo comboed by Twice, so that's good. All Mights is only good in like maybe solos. Not really any good yellow skills. I mean, Ochaco's not going to be doing hand-to-hand combat for the most part anyway, so you really don't need this ability. And as far as green skills go, green skills can be useful, especially Ibarra's skill. I have used this on a lot of builds. If you really care about level ups, you need something to help you level up quickly. This is the best level up tuning ability in the entire game, in my opinion, because you get boxes for the entire game. You can just keep going for big boxes, keep going for big boxes. I guarantee you'll get at least one or two of them. The first box is going to be difficult, but a lot of the later boxes, people don't really go for those, and having the ability to instantly open them is very useful for leveling up. So if you need level ups, you need an ability to do that, bring that one instead of like card duplication, instead of Coda Finder. Highly recommend that one. You can see I was going to start making this build, but again, this is the kind of build I would make for a character like Overhaul, who can heal himself. He can survive getting one shot. With a blue character like Ochaco, she just gets absolutely TKO. Like half the characters in the game can just instantly kill her with one combo. That's why I don't think that having both the Toga skills are good on a character like her. I think it's much better to consider defensive options when you're thinking about making a good Ochaco. This is another build I've used for a long time. This is probably her second best build right here, the Green Ninja outfit with Divine Protection and High Speed Replenishment. So you get level ups, and as long as you don't get one-shotted, you can keep getting your armor back over and over and over, which can be good, but this, I would still say this is her best costume in the entire game. You can survive getting one shot with willpower, and high speed replenish will allow you to keep getting your shield back, so hopefully you never get to that point. This is the build I take with me into rank. Consider these bottom 4 skills very carefully because they level up more quickly than everything else. But yeah, that's going to be it for the video. If you have any questions about Ochaco, please let me know in the comments section below, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can.